and welcome to the Beeline. I'm joined alongside Annie Last and Josh Carlson. And what a weekend it's been here in Lake Placid. Our second year here for cross country, but our first one for downhill. But today it was all about the XCO, and my word, we were treated, weren't we, in both divisions? Well, the men's and the women's. Annie, Christopher Blevins, Jenny Risfes, there's too much to talk about.
Yeah, Jenny Risvet's had such a dominant performance in the women's, clear by over 2 minutes. And Christopher Blevins wrapping it up, sprint to the line. Such a last lap battle between him and Adrian Boischi. Two really different races, but both of them spectacular.
Jenny Risfes, the reigning world champion. There's literally no stopping her. She's in a league of her own, isn't she?
She's in a league of her own, and she proved that today. The way that she rode away, we saw Stiger go off the front on the very first start lap, but it was Jenny that took over her immediately and just took off. She rode with a level of aggression that these flies are biting me, but she rode with a level of aggression that just, I mean, we've seen Jenny ride off the front before, but this was a bit more, somewhat focused. I mean, it looked like she had a point to prove for those early couple of laps, get a big lead, and she held it the whole way. I mean, her lap times would have placed her in the men's first couple of laps. Like her lap times were so fast, it would have been with around the 60 or 70 of our elite men. Now that is extraordinary.
She always says she loves riding solo. She doesn't like the argy-bargy. She likes to just stay focused on her race. And when I spoke to her earlier on in the week, she said this season she's been really pleased with the smoothness of her riding. And my word, wasn't she smooth?
Yeah, she's super efficient on the bike. And it makes such a big difference because it saves tiny little bits of watts here, there, and all those little bits of energy you save really adds up. So she's incredibly fast and fit, but also really efficient and really good technically. So that's why we're seeing those gaps just get bigger and bigger and bigger, because she's just nailing every single line, not making any mistakes, and being super efficient.
There was a good battle though, Josh, in the second group, wasn't there?
Well, we heard from Sevilla. She said that once she noticed that Jenny went, it was a race for second. Jenny was up the road. We saw her in the broadcast itself get out of sight, and that quickly turned into a race for second. So once Jenny was gone, all of a sudden Sevilla, the charge back from Semi Maxwell, Alessandra Keller was in there and then dipped back, and even Ronja Blocklinger had a great start to the race but just succumbed to the extraordinary pace. So it was a really great battle.
But the battle was won by Evie Richards, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
And her best result in XCO so far this season. I was so happy to see her with a smile on her face, because she wears her heart on her sleeve, doesn't she, as a rider?
Yeah, she looked really happy with that result. In Lenzerheide, she was on for the win, wasn't she, in Lenzerheide?
Yeah.
So she was gutted with that result. But it's really great that that form from 2 weeks ago she's been able to bring into this race and get the rewards for that work.
And
I think a lot of, like Sammy Maxwell, like you're about to say as I rudely interrupt you, all of the top women were stoked on their performance. I think there wasn't much drama here today. Sammy had a bit of a crash, bit of a heart in the mouth moment, but they were all pumped with how they rode. They rode aggressively from start to finish, and they rode until the field just filtered itself out. Jenny was way out in front, but then Evie, Sammy, Sevilla, everyone in that top 10, all the way back to Ginia Kalori with the very first top 10 in her debut year in the elite ranks. You know, it was a great race from start to finish, although Jenny was almost 3 minutes ahead at one stage.
Sometimes you just got to block that out, haven't you? And just focus on your own race. And Sammy is, well, I'm speaking like I'm a bike rider. I imagine that's what you have to do.
Well, you can't do anything else.
No, exactly. You've got no other option. You just have to focus on you. And look, Sammy Maxwell still leads the overall. She's on the brink of success. It would be her first ever overall title in the XCO, and that could come down to next week in Mont Saint Anne. Yeah,
she's nearly 200 points clear at the minute. So yeah, she needs to be riding well next weekend to wrap that up. But I think that's going to be something she's really going to want to do.
Oh, for sure.
Everyone wants those individual race wins, but also for her to get the overall win would be really pretty special. Also,
you can guarantee a good interview from her at the end of the race.
She's a lunatic. She's awesome. She thrives in the chaos. And she's such a young athlete. Again, she's another athlete. We forget how young she is. We forget the turbulence she's had last year when she's ridden so successfully and so dominantly this year. Like the performance she did in Enduro today was similar. Even the XCC on Friday night, she didn't have a great XCC, but she put her head down, she charged home and rode with that level of maturity that we don't usually see from such young athletes. There's a big kind of band of younger female elite athletes that are really going to start to push the likes of Jenny Alessandra, Evie, they're coming. Ronya, Ginia was right up there. There's a new level of racing coming. Couldn't be any better timing.
How do you feel about parking the riding last season? Do you feel like you timed it well? Considering I said it earlier on in the show, but sometimes I do feel like the riders who have come before are a victim of their own success. You guys have created a sport which is absolutely amazing. It's getting all the attention that it deserves, but ultimately the junior or the under 23s, I should say, they're on the rise.
This is what you want, though. You need those young athletes coming into the sport and pushing everyone, because they're like the new blood.
Your ego doesn't, but the sport does.
But yeah, that it's necessary for that fresh energy and those new skills and the different way of racing, the different way of riding to be there and to keep developing the sport and pushing everyone forwards.
I want to talk about Chris Blevins. We can't not talk about him. He's done the double-double on home soil and looking so suave at it. Honestly, he's just such a cool guy as well, isn't he?
I think he's making the sport look cool as well. He's like, he rides with a bit of flair. He's open. He's got a cool,
Aura.
Brand.
Yeah.
But it's not just on the bike either. Here we've seen him do some kids rides where he's taken the kids around the XCC course and he's really putting back into the sport. So racing is obviously a really big aspect of it, but it's those other things as well where you give back to the sport and you keep it developing and you keep the kids like excited and interested and you get to show them what it is being an elite athlete. But it's that giving back, which is a really cool thing, and not every athlete does that, but Chris is so keen and so open to spend that time.
And especially in a week where it's all on the line. Like everything was lined up for him to have the most pressure in America. The overall series on Friday night, the XCO, he had to win today. There was nothing else. If he got second, we went to Mont-Saint-Anne. So he had to win.
I think it was very classy what he did this week because, as you mentioned, XCC overall title winner and a World Cup win on the Friday, rocks up the next morning, goes out with all the kids. He's really giving back to the next generation. And then today, oh, well, I'll just go and get another overall title.
Right, next generation. Could you believe what Boishi said at the end of the show? Right, so Boishi attacked him on the final lap and we're all thinking, oh, there's a bit of team tactic here. He's not going to sprint his teammate. Chris has got it all on the line. He led him up to the final climb into the descent. So we asked him in the studio at the end of the day, we're like, Adrian, you were coming into the final sprint. Chris was on your wheel. Did you think about just giving it to him? He's like, no. He said no. He was going to sprint him for the line. He said he sat up. Chris sat up. He rested a little bit. He was going to sprint him.
Oh,
Could you imagine?
He has to. You got to.
But for Boishi, that'd be his first World Cup win.
Yeah.
You're not going to be like, here, take it.
Oh, I don't know. Well, it goes both ways, doesn't it? Like, would Chris have felt as good winning?
No.
No.
But
if Adrian had have won, it would have been uproar.
Oh, that wouldn't have gone
been
down well on
drama.
the team. I wouldn't have wanted to go to their team meal
That would have
tonight,
been
that's
a
for
sour
sure.
glass of champagne tonight.
It's coming though for Boishi, isn't it?
It's coming, yeah.
Like, wow, he's competing with the elites. He's so young.
Yeah.
He's still under 23, so he's chosen to ride up in that elite category. So yeah, he's not even actually like necessarily needs to be there yet. And he's getting second place in Elite World Cups.
And it's good to have Tara, the team manager, with us in the show. She's really made an impact, hasn't she? Her first season as team manager of Specialized. And the team are just levelling up, aren't they?
Well, Martin was in fourth. He had a great ride today. Victor didn't have quite such a good ride today. He also just ejecto-cito over here on the rocks to our left. So maybe he was suffering some lingering effects from that. Victor's been up and down all season. You remember a couple of weeks ago, he won the XCC World Champs. So maybe it's not quite clicking. He had huge success earlier in the year, huge success at the Olympics in 2024, not that long ago. So he's amongst the process. He's amongst the wave. It was all about Chris this weekend. Everything was about Chris. And for Tara, the team, I think we mentioned it before, it shows how much that means for everyone. All those little things that Annie mentioned. The little things is what adds up, and it resulted in the moment that we saw this weekend.
There's this bit of a theory, isn't there, that Chris Blevins actually he had an amazing start to the season, and then actually he just wanted to wrap up the overalls here. So, you know, maybe he just did that purposefully, took a few races.
If that was real, could you imagine? Now that would be swagger.
Timing. It's convenient timing that he's just all of a sudden come back to
America.
form at home.
I hope he just comes out and says, yeah, I meant to do it. Yeah, I totally meant to.
In the plan.
Yeah, own it. Just like he owned my microphone.
You gave it to him.
Did I?
No, but it was
I'm
totally
not sure
worth it.
about that. So if you haven't watched the show, he came to join us, which was very nice of him. And I asked him a question, and obviously they don't get their own microphone, and then he just went like that.
Oh, it wasn't that aggressive.
No, fine.
It was a
really
bit
wasn't.
soft.
I'm being dramatic.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Yeah, he was like, "This is
You
my
were
moment."
gracious.
It was-
Well done.
was.
Yeah.
It was the second time he took it off you. It was great.
No, Chris, okay? No. That's my microphone, okay? You keep the trophies, I'll keep the microphone. But I remember
Let
he
him have it.
took it, the producer in my ear was going, Ashley, you're going to have to fight that back really quick. But you know what? It's live telly. The #1 rule of broadcasting is don't ever give your microphone away, though. And I've done it a few times, and it's not gone as well as it did today. Let's be honest.
Could have been worse.
People love getting on the telly. But it was really nice that they gave up their time, and it has been a wonderful weekend here. And we go again next week. I cannot wait, honestly. We've still got a few overall titles to wrap up, and it's so nice when it goes down to the wire, isn't it?
A little bit. For us, it's nice.
Yeah, for them
Maybe not
it's
for the athletes.
stressful.
I'm sure Chris is pretty pumped.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's it from us, but we do have a treat because a little bit earlier on, we got to sit down with Team Cannondale. Well, this doesn't happen very often, does it? We get to sit down with one of the teams. Delighted to be joined by Phil Dixon, team manager, Cole Punchard, and the one and only Jolanda, Neff, and of course, my co-host, Josh Carlson. Guys, what a weekend it's been here. How have you digested it? It's been a few hours since the racing.
How have we digested it? Well, we've just finished the racing, back
it's
to
hard.
run over for the show.
Before you digest today, give me Friday. What happened on Friday?
Well, on Monday, when I was asleep at 4 o'clock in the morning, I had 3 or 4 missed calls from Jolanda Neff, and I thought, there's a problem. So I called Jolanda, who did not get on the plane in Switzerland and was on the train home again when she should be on the way here. And she had a few issues with Esther and her visa. So as a team, we worked together, and Jolanda arrived 45 minutes before the start of the short track on Friday.
So Friday night's race,
Yes.
Jolanda arrived at the venue 45 minutes before.
Yeah, straight from the airport.
That's some good preparation there, Jolanda. As a professional, the experienced rider that you are, what happened?
Well, I just put my kit on and I got on the lap, and I was a bit overexcited at the start.
A few visa issues, but you managed to get here all A-okay.
Yeah, no, I'm all good. I mean, I didn't do much training last week because I was running from one office to the next one, but yeah, I'm very, very glad that I made it. I really wanted to race here. I've been looking forward to these last races of the year for a long time, and yeah, we had a fantastic year with the whole Cannondale factory team, and it's just been so cool, and I really didn't want to miss the end of the season.
What did the guy say to you when he gave you the visa?
Yeah, the guy at the embassy said that's the fastest visa he has ever seen being made.
Did you say thank you so much? Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You can watch me on the telly
Yeah.
in about an hour.
And from then, what was your mindset? You put your kit on. For those at home, Jolanda ejecto-cito out the front door. You led the first 2 laps of the short track race. Was that just all excitement and adrenaline?
Yeah, I mean, it was not the plan. The plan was to have a steady start, and I couldn't really hold myself back. But then I did better today. I was like, okay, today I'm gonna have a steady start. So I found a good rhythm, and I rode through the field, and yeah, finished in 11th, which I was super happy about. And I felt good today, so yeah, that's really cool to get some valuable points and yeah, have a good race in the pocket.
And it was a tough race today. You were right there, just outside of the top 10. You were quite a ways back, and then made your way through. That must have been a physical, a mental effort, but a real physical effort to make it up there.
Yeah, I mean, the race was super hard today. It was very hot, and the track is, it's a big climb, and yeah, it was a very, very hard race, but I'm just happy that I could suffer, and I felt like I was racing the whole time, and yeah, I was pushing till the very last lap, so yeah, I'm super happy about that.
It's a really special time actually for this team, isn't it? I mean, 2 new riders. I want to just quickly touch on you, Cole. What was your experience, before we get into the details, what was your experience this weekend riding?
It's been amazing. I have some good memories here.
Yeah, of course.
From last year.
You won
Yeah. In the-
under 23s, yeah.
And so getting back on this track and like rolling up to the venue brought back some good memories. And yeah, I just had fun pre-riding with my teammates Luca and Charlie, and yeah.
Got to say, I like the hair as well. I like the way you mix things up. Keep everyone on their toes, don't you?
Yeah. It's fading a bit
last year
now.
was epic. I did expect
Yeah, last
something.
year here
more,
was
yeah.
the leopard.
Yeah. Well, you guys weren't at World Champs, I guess, but at World Champs I had the flame hair, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, some people said they liked the leopard print better. Some people said they like the flames better. So we'll see next year what happens.
Who's the barber? Who do we need to be giving a shout out to?
Yeah, I gotta shout out Nicole Bradbury. She goes to college with me, and yeah, she races the World Cups as well in the U23 category. And yeah, she did the hair. She painted the hair last year and this year, so I'm really thankful for her.
I
It was a
want to
great
shout
time.
out too. I helped you bleach it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
team
I
effort.
couldn't see the back when I was bleaching it, and so yeah,
Wait, so
yeah.
with
it's
the
a
bleach.
spray paint or a paint
No,
or
it's
it's
a
a
No,
bleach?
no,
bleach. It's
well,
a proper,
You bleached the
proper.
print in there.
Phil, is this all part of the team bonding experience when it comes to Cannondale?
Yeah, there's a lot of carnage activities in the team. But yeah, super cool ideas that the guys get up to. I think the training, and there's a lot of hard work that goes into the performance, and you need to balance it with a good time. I think we're on the road between kind of 170 to 200 days a year. So with that, I think you really need a balance to maintain a good level of performance across the year.
And it's a very exciting time for Cannondale, isn't it? I mean, you lost a few riders at the beginning of the season, and then you've brought in some new blood.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the transition, the rebuild of your team.
Yeah, we Alan, Simon, Mauno were world champions last year. They moved away. Charlie re-signed with the team, and then Jolanda, Cole, and Luca and Ana Santos came in. So 3 men, 2 women, and we have a super young team with 4 athletes, and then Jolanda, former world champion, Olympic champion, a lot of experience to guide the youngsters. And as a team, we really thought about the characters that we picked. So we have some that are on time always, some that are late always.
Who's late?
Charlie. Luca, that's just like a time bomb. And then we have Anna and Yolo, and it works well. And then over the year, I think we had a tough time in Brazil. And that, I thought we would have a tough time in Brazil. Early season, we did a lot of racing in Europe. Spent a lot of time together as a team, but did no specific heat prep. And there you needed to be prepped for the heat. And then slowly throughout the year, we've kind of built in the team ranking, and we now sit second. And we had a really successful, kind of the main part of the season for the team was Leger, Lenza, Haida, and the World Championships. And I think we've done a really good job in terms of progressing this year.
What's it been like from your perspectives, guys? What's it been like just diving into a new team? Jolanda, you know, we've just heard you're one of the more experienced, shall we say, riders of the team now. Leadership role, is that for you?
Yeah, I think it's really natural. Like, I don't feel like I'm leading them, like they know what they're doing, but I think it's just great dynamics. Like, everyone is so motivated, everyone's so excited. We do a lot of things together as a whole team. Like, I always ride together with Anna on the pre-ride. The boys go together, and yeah, it's just a great vibe, like great dynamics. Everyone supports each other and lifts each other up. I don't think there's any hierarchy, and it's the same with the results. Like, one weekend Luca wins, the next weekend Charlie wins, Punchy's leading the races, and it's great. Like, they're all making insane progress when you see where, like, 1 year ago and now. I mean, it's been so incredibly cool to watch, and yeah, I think we still have so much more to come, so it's super exciting to be part of the Cannondale team.
Punchy, you've had some pretty epic moments the last couple of races. Getting a bit of argy-bargy and swinging your head around with Koretsky,
Yeah.
the giggle on the front, leading the entire
I think
elite
that's the
men's
best
field.
clip in cycling in the last 10 years.
It
by
went
the way.
viral, didn't it?
When
Yeah.
Punchy's leading the
When
World
the tongue
Cup,
came out.
looked up and saw himself leading on the screen and started smiling.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that what it was? So it wasn't your mates?
No, I saw the screen, and I was just thinking of my parents and grandparents at home. They were watching, so just I should have just waved at the camera, but I waved at the screen instead. So it looked a bit funny.
The favourite part for me is Punchy waving and Van der Poel in the back kind of
Yeah.
And what about going into that climb with Koretsky? Like, that's a pretty iconic moment. Like, the dude who's been, you know, big name for a long time, I'm sure you've looked up to, and then you're going into the climb. Nah, you're not having it.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of respect for Victor. But it's just a racing incident, I guess. Like, yeah, in the elite category, you can't let anyone go for free, you know? So, yeah, I just wanted to get to the climb first, and yeah, with my teammate Luca behind me. So, yeah, just racing, having fun.
You were protecting Luca.
Yeah. He was on the inside, so
teammate.
I had to make a bit of space for him.
Teamwork. And let's be honest, there's a few years between you and Victor Koretsky. 21 years old, still at school.
Yeah.
Living the dream?
Yeah, living the dream for sure. It was a bit of a shock to the system, back to reality.
Last week.
Going to school last week after Lenzerheide. Yeah, the feet were back on the ground, but
He flew straight to school from Lenzerheide.
No way.
Yeah.
So you just headbutted Victor Koretsky and then went straight back to school on Monday.
yeah, my classmates and like the other cyclists that go to the school, they're like all asking me like, "Oh, it's crazy seeing you on TV." So no, it's super cool that I can find the balance, and my professors are super supportive of my racing. So yeah, my last semester, got to make it through. We got a couple more weeks, so.
I think that's a testament to the team too, Dixie, right? Because you've got such a grounded team in that regard.
Yeah, it's a good point to talk about because he went back to school, if you don't mind me saying. He crashed and burned a little bit last week. He kind of trained well Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I was really surprised with what I was like. He was just, yep, I'm training. And then like Thursday, Friday, he called me and said like, can't even put my shorts on. Like, just mentally collapsed. And
Yeah.
Very normal, jet lag, back at school, new room, coming off leading major events in the world, and really good learning and lessons. And it's just where we are. I think we need, even next year, I think it's development year. And we talked about top 10 results, and in the end, we've had some World Cup wins and some podiums. Jolanda's regularly back in the top 10, and I think Jolanda's made massive progress again this year. And there's not one particular point of the team I can like focus on. It's all the team. Like, everyone's committed to the job. Like the chef team, the mechanics, the physios, the media team. We have 13 different nations in the team. It's cool.
That's amazing.
It's a good
I
vibe.
must just say, it feels like we're on a building site right now, just for anyone listening. And if you're not watching, they're taking the whole site down behind us, just so you're aware. Look, let's talk about the fact that Cole is actually competing in the elites as well. We've just touched on the fact he's only 21. Why have you decided to do that?
If Cole would have raced the under-23s, I think he would have had the opportunity to win more races. But I think there's a very different way of racing from the under-23s to the elite men. We saw Riley win every race last year. We've not seen Riley this year. And I wanted Cole to prepare and work with Luca and Charlie on the same schedule. If he races the under-23s, sounds funny, but you wouldn't really see them all week.
And you've had experience with Charlie doing that for the last couple of seasons,
Yeah,
right?
we did the same with
Does
Charlie.
that translate?
Yeah. I think it fast tracks the career by 1-2 years. Just gives Cole a lot of experience, and he's a first year elite next year, and he's got this year from learning, and there's a lot of lessons in there.
Does that take a bit of pressure off, Cole?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I'm just having fun.
Just having fun,
Just
sticking your
trying
tongue
to,
out on the
Yeah,
front?
beating up the others.
I mean, yeah, like Charlie is sort of the leader of the pack, I'd say. Like, I just try to take as much from him, learning and everything. But what Phil said, like, if I was racing U23s and I was in the team, like, the schedule would be completely different, you know, because I'd be training at different times, racing at different times. I'd have a different schedule for the week. And I saw that a bit at World Champs when they were both sick, unfortunately. And so it was just, I was like a one-man army the whole week. So it was a way different feeling. And then that week I realized like how different it could have been if I stayed U23 and been on the team. So yeah, I'm super happy that I have the opportunity to race in the elite category and learn as much as possible this year. So.
Look, we don't want to keep you guys all night, but very quickly, we still do have one more round to go. Mons and Anne, what are the goals for you guys personally?
I think it's a favourite track of Jolanda's.
Yeah, for sure.
How many times did you win there?
I don't know, I won 14, 15, 18, 22, I think 4 times.
Wow.
Very impressive.
Well, on that point that Punchy made, and you've won so much, we just mentioned that Punchy doesn't have that pressure. Do you also feel that? The vibes that you've created and leading the team, does that take the pressure off you going into Mont-Saint-Anne at a venue that you know and love? The results have been great so far. Do you feel less pressure in this environment?
Yeah, I mean, I never feel pressure, honestly. Like, I mean, I love to race, I love to have fun, and I know where I'm at, and I know where I'm coming from, and yeah, I've just been super consistent all season, and that's also my goal for Mont-Saint-Anne. Like, I don't expect myself to do something crazy and go off the front with 5 minutes, but I just want to have another good, consistent race like I've been doing, yeah, ever since June. I was in the top 10 at the World Cups, today 11, so yeah, it's been super good, and yeah, I'm just having a great time. I don't feel like Cannondale ever put any pressure on me. They're really trusting the process, and I think they can see how far we've come already. So no, it's just been great, and yeah, everyone in the team is performing, so I don't think there's pressure on anyone to have to deliver any certain something. Like, we've been doing great, and we're just gonna go into Mont-Saint-Anne with the same mindset, and yeah, have another great race.
We had our CEO here this week because our company is based in Connecticut and Woodland, and he was on the radio in the race, going crazy in the.
Dude, he was on our studio show.
So the top of the woods, Jolanda P11.
He was pumped. He was so excited for the XCC, and he's like, "Come on, Luca!"
Which is great.
It is.
You need to take people along with you with the team.
And great that your CEO is getting that excited.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's all about. When
Marco
people at the
Kane.
top are backing you, then, I mean, you're only going to, well, the only way is up, I guess. And we are just quickly loving the battle between Cannondale and Specialized. I know it's not just happened this season, it's always been in the background. How much do you enjoy that rivalry?
I really enjoy it as well, yeah. Yeah, I think we won the team 17, 18, 19. Olympic COVID year wasn't really a team, but we'll take it 20. And then I think in last year we won 5 times in 7 years. So again, new team, building, and we're second to them in a minute, but we keep pushing.
Yeah, you do. And we cannot wait to see, well, you all next week, and then next season we go again. Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
Yolanda's got some pocket money, so she can take you all out for a drink now.
Yeah, I'll take you a lot, no problem. And
Before we went live, just for context, Jolanda just found a wad of cash in her pocket. I thought I'd be lucky to find a £5, so we're going to
And forgot it. Just forgot. Oh, sorry, guys. What is this? Oh, dear.
No, right. We'll let you go, but thank you so much for your time. Cheers,
Thank you.
guys.
Cheers.